to continue the youngest males readings, if you're looking for an introduction, you can watch the beginning one, the part that has Aries to Virgo on there, okay, so you can understand more what these readings are about, right? So, without further delay, I am going to be doing um I'm gonna write down the timestamps and little notes so I can remember what your reading's about, so I can write your synopses at the end, so that when you read it, you'll know if it's your story or not. So you don't have to invest your time in watching something that has nothing to do with you, okay? Unless you really want to. Because there are golden nuggets in all of them, okay? So, at 0047 Libra. Okay? So, what does God want to tell you? So this is soulmate relationships. Sorry. Okay, so soulmate relationships, Libra, males, Youngaz. What do you want to tell them? Those in this here. Sexual soulmate relationships that are worth saving. What do you want to tell the Libra males? So what God wants to tell you is that joy is the ultimate creator. So your mood has a lot to do with the things that you can manifest. Okay? So perhaps you have not been in the nicest of moods lately. Okay? So basically change your mood. Change your fortune. Or your quality of life. Change your mood, you change your future, because happy people do happy things, miserable people do miserable things, angry people do angry things, confused people do confused things. Yeah, so being in a mode of joy is actually going to help you to create more joy in your life. Okay, the underlying issue we have: when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So your inner light, not your inner darkness, because we have both. So it's like everybody has the power to either choose to walk towards the light or choose to walk towards the darkness. Choose to focus on what is light or focus on what is darkness. So light being positive emotions, positive actions, positive beliefs, optimism and things like that, expecting good outcomes, carrying that positive vibration. Or the negative ones would be like being sad, being disappointed, feeling hopeless, feeling helpless. You have the power to choose. It's as simple as that. So if you want to create more joy in your life, you have to first allow yourself to feel joy. The same way that you allow yourself to be upset. And what I've learned about being upset and sad and all these things is they're very heavy and they make us ugly because we always have a screw face. They make our hair go gray. They mess up our DNA. They mess up our body's ability to heal itself. So there's nothing good along that path. I can tell you from experience. I tried it. That shit is terrible. Okay? So, if you want to create a positive future for yourself with your soulmate, you need to first allow joy in your heart. So once you do that, then you'll be able to connect. So your body will send out signals and frequencies into the earth. And it will connect with your person. And then your actions will emulate how you're feeling. And that is what aligns you and your soulmate. So that one day you just meet at a random place like a park or at the shop, or it's because of how you chose to think and how you chose to feel guiding your actions. Okay? And they, in their positive energy, harness the same thoughts as you, and somehow you two, your paths collide. Okay? So that's what God wants you to know, Libra. Alright? So now we're gonna move on to the next sign. Scorpio at 6:24. Alright, so Scorpio males, what does God want to tell you about your sexual soulmate relationship that is worth saving? What does God want to tell you? If you want to know why I'm calling it a sexual soulmate relationship, you can check the introduction on the Aries to Virgo video. Youngaz males, Aries to Virgo video. I explained it before I started. So, let's take a look. It's about 3 minutes. Scorpio. So we have light magic. What does God want to tell you? You have light magic. The underlying issue is we got illness and we got equal and laziness. I'm hearing your effort. Laziness. Then we have true. And we have restricted. So you feel like you don't need to put in no effort. Restricted control and classism. Yeah, you put yourself above the person that you're after. Like, seriously, because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're the boss. Really? God says that shit is risky. It's foolish behavior. You're gonna lose that girl. You need to come down off your high horse before you fall off of it. And there is a time limit. So keep playing around. Because you know you want her. Hunger. And you're going to be jealous when somebody else gets her ass. You stay there with your... And then we have a blank slate. God is like, should we start over? Alright. That's all we got to say to you. God is like, you need to lighten up. You need to come down off your high horse. You need to stop seeing yourself like you're better than or more important than this person. You want her. That alone should tell you that she has power. Just like you. She wants you too. But you cannot have a healthy relationship when you're exalting yourself over the one that you're with. And telling yourself that she's the one who has to put in all the effort and you don't have to do anything because you're just so gorgeous and you're just God's gift. You know? You're the Don, you're the boss, you're the Don Dada. God is like, no, you're not. Okay, Scorpio. So, take it or leave it, but that's what's happening. It says it's equal effort, man. All right. So I hope that helped you. Sagittarius at 10:07. Let's write that time down. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh, I need to put this back. My cards are packed for me to go on the road, Sag, so I need to keep them together because the way how God packed them for me, the inspiration only came from God. Only God can do this. Look, there's not a space in there for nothing else. And if I take them out, can I pack them all back? I should take a picture of them actually, just in case they fall out or something in it. I shall do that now. You will forgive me. Okay? It's gonna benefit all of us. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Back on track. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. Okay. So, yeah, what does God want to tell you in this situation, Sagittarius? What does God want to tell you? I miss you until you were gone. Until you were gone, gone, gone. Until you were gone. I didn't know how much I'd miss you. Okay, what does God want to tell you, Sagittarius? In sexual soulmate relationships, worth saving. This is worth fighting for, Sagittarius. When I say fighting, I don't mean fighting against other people, but it's worth fighting yourself for. So when you start getting bad ideas that'll ruin your friendship or your association with this person, you need to tell yourself no. No. Okay, we're gonna go around 3 more times, and if nothing come out, we're moving on. Oh. Ooh, God want you to step out on faith, Sagittarius. Let me get all these cards that fell down here. Okay, so the first card we have here for you is seek or work with people who share your vision. So the first step is for you to find like-minded people, okay? Because if you don't link up with people who have similar beliefs to you, you're gonna always be met with resistance. And yes, sometimes people who are totally opposite do get together and make it work, but it takes a certain level of maturity to make that work, because it's hard to think different and be so completely different from someone, yet have tolerance for them and their practices, their beliefs, and actually expressing that through the respect that you show someone. So in order to avoid all of that, God says seek or work with people who actually share your vision. Okay, God says stop working with you know who. Okay, so you're working with someone right now and you're just so different from each other that it's doing exactly what I said at first. It's causing a lot of conflict. It's a lot of stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, and you can't really make progress like that. And it's emotionally frustrating and all these things too. So it's like, just let it go and seek to work with people who share your vision. Okay, God says, forgive yourself and others, keep calm and carry on. So God is saying here that you don't need to be upset with this person. You don't need to fall out with this person. Just let this person go in peace. And you go your way in peace. Okay? Not in pieces. So the underlying issue is you stepping out on faith. Okay? So I feel like this has a lot to do with your religious life. And I'm hearing yes. So it's like, yes. So you need to find someone who shares the same, because our religious life or our spiritual life is like foundation for us. And to have that balance upset, it could be detrimental to our whole future. That's why some people are so serious, like religious extremists kind of vibe. But we have to express some level of tolerance. So there's no excuse for religious extremism, because I feel like when it comes to one's religious life, it's a personal thing. Okay? It should always be a personal thing. You can't make me believe how you believe, and I can't make you believe how I believe. Whether I'm right or you're right, it doesn't make no difference. I'm expressing what I feel in my heart, and you should express what you feel in your heart. If we can't get along when we're being our true selves, then that means we're not joined together. We should be going where our people are. We need to work with people who share our vision. So it's simple mathematics, really. It's nothing to be upset about. It's nothing for you to become enemies about. Okay? So God wants you to step out on faith and check yourself about, it says motivation. What is or has been your motivation? Like, what was driving you? Okay? God says don't change your perspective. You're right on track with who you're supposed to be. You just need to team up with you know who. So you know who this is. You need to be your own biggest critic and your own biggest fan. So other people's opinions of who you are is not needed and should not hold any power in your life. You simply need to connect with people who are on your level, who are in your bracket, if you want to call it that. Okay? So, let's see, how am I going to write that for you? What is that about? It's a faith thing. Yeah, some people are just too different to make peace with each other. And this is one of those cases. And if you stay together, you're just gonna drive each other further and further apart. It's best if you quit while you're ahead. That way you can at least leave with some respect for each other, you know. So that is you, Sagittarius. Now at 1828, Capricorn. Let's write that down. 1828. Capricorn. Let's see. So Capricorns in soulmate sexual relationships that are worth saving, or sexual soulmate relationships that are worth saving. What is your message for the Capricorns, please, Most High? Youngaz, Capricorn males. Excuse me. All right. Let's all see. This is a wake-up call, Capricorn. Let's see what's happening. Inner child. It says you are currently healing old emotional wounds. So, you have been hurt. So are you with your soulmate or not? If you're with your soulmate and you're experiencing like mood swings, or you're feeling unmotivated, or you're blaming them for things like, if you're, what's the word, suspicious of their behavior, if you have trust issues and stuff like that, God wants you to know that these are coming from things that happened in your past. So this could come from past relationships, other relationships with girlfriends, or maybe even friendships, or maybe even family ships. Okay, it's just being hurt in the past. You haven't gotten over it, and it's kind of stopped you from being open to allowing people into your personal space. So let's see what the underlying issue is. So we got wake up call. It says you are about to discover your life purpose or your direction, okay, your next direction, because we have many life purposes. Everything that we've ever done is our life purpose, okay? So I don't know if you've come across people who talk about what's my life purpose. Our life purpose is many different things. Everything that we do, say, think, is all our life purpose. So the objective is to just be ourselves, and we'll definitely be on our life's purpose, okay? So yeah, so this is a wake-up call. You have heavenly helpers. It says your spiritual team is guiding you through this difficult situation, so you don't need to worry. Yeah, you're having a dark night of the soul, so this is like a soul cleanse. It says you are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. So perhaps you've just started seeing that you got issues. I don't know if you've admitted them out loud, but you're starting to see that some things that you probably think you've gotten over, you actually didn't. They're still affecting you. So it's hard to overcome these things, to be fair. How do I overcome mine? I think I overcome mine by just letting it go. You have to truly forgive. You have to truly... Forgiving doesn't mean that you become friends with the people who hurt you. It doesn't mean that you keep any connections to them, but just let it go. Just let it go and focus on myself. That's how I overcome. I let the people go and the things that they did to me, and then I focus more on myself, my dreams, my desires, my glory, really, my success. I focus more on those things. My job, what do I think I'm supposed to be doing right now? So that's how I overcome these things. And then I kind of watch out to see how people are treating me, and I choose not to be afraid to tell somebody, you need to stay out of my life. I don't want to have to deal with you. When you see people are coming in with their shady shit, and because life will keep testing you in this way until you completely overcome whatever it is that you're dealing with, okay? So yeah, so you need to find a way to overcome and then prove that you are actually over these things. So like I said, you can rewind to hear how I move forward past hurts, because when you allow things that happen in your past to really hold on to you, it really holds on to you. It keeps you in a funky mood. Okay, it makes you cold towards people, and it keeps you upset. So then it makes you ugly because your face is always screwed. Then it makes your hair go gray because you're changing your whole DNA by, yeah, so being upset and sad and disappointed and all these negative things, they change our whole DNA. Those things manipulate our DNA. This is why people who stress themselves, they either lose their hair or their hair go completely gray or white. They get all kind of different sicknesses and stuff like that. Sicknesses start with the sickness of the mind. Okay? Every sickness starts with the sickness of the mind. So if you can't fix your mind, you can't fix your whole body, then you can't fix your whole outside world. Okay? So you need to start there. So if you have someone in your life and you have been taking out some of the bad feelings that, or the negative vibes that you've been through on them, the first thing you should do is apologize to them, and then let them know that you've encountered some things and you can see how they're affecting your mood, and sometimes you can't control it when you kind of put negative vibes on them and things like that. So start opening up, being honest with the person that you're dealing with, so that she can actually see how to help you, or when to be patient with you, or when to be forgiving towards you. But you have to actually be doing that work, because you can't keep doing wrong and then saying you're sorry every time and think that people are gonna always stick by you just because you say you're sorry, because at the same time she's being hurt, she's being traumatized as well, you see. So you need to find that balance. Let's see what this approval, it says, choose to approve of yourself and others will too. Okay, so love yourself, treat yourself with respect, don't settle for less from anyone. So anybody who is abusing you, it's time for you to cut them out. You probably need to start with prayer to make sure that you have your angels or your guides by your side. Okay, but you need to secure yourself so that you'll be a great friend, a great boyfriend, a great lover, okay, a great father, a great friend, a great son. You know, it'll clean up your energy, because we have energy healer coming next. Your natural ability to heal yourself and others is needed now. Yeah, so that's what's happening with you right now, and that's how to sort that out. And it's a journey. Remember that it's a journey, so it's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some effort. There may be some tears sometimes, but after the tears and all the hard work, party, you know, you'll be smiling again, you'll be loved by the people around you again, and you'll be loving them. So if you need to take a time out, it says hibernation, if you need to take a time out, make sure that you do that. If you don't feel that you can successfully do this around people because you're just causing too much conflict, then take some time out and go through it by yourself. If you need somebody, also reach out and tell them, I was just feeling a little bit lonely and I wanted to, you know, somebody that is not going to reject you. So that's why it's good to hibernate. So if you keep putting that negative vibe on people, when you do need somebody, they're not going to want to pay attention to you. So before you mess up all your relationships, it's better that you just take some time and tell them, look, I'm going through some things right now and I need to spend some time by myself. Okay, so I'll appreciate it if you guys kind of work with me while I go through this thing. Okay, and then actually share what it is with those who you feel actually care about you, you know. So that's what we have for you. So you clear up your soul, you can allow your soulmate in and actually have a great soulmate experience. Basically, that's what it is. So Aquarius, 2858 is your time. Let's write that down. 2858. Youngaz Aquarius males. Okay, so Aquarius, Youngaz Aquarius males. What's your message for the Youngaz Aquarius males, please, Most High? Youngaz Aquarius males. One more time, Aquarius. So, Youngaz Aquarius males in sexual soulmate relationships worth saving. Okay, let's see. Alright. So we got this magic moment. So you got right on. So we have divine help. Okay, that's my divine help card because that's like bare fairies and whatnot helping her, telling her what to do and stuff like that. So you're being supported. Okay, and I saw the Two of Pentacles. So it's like you're being told what to do. So you need to pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your well, pay attention to your environment because the universe or God or archangels or spirit guides, they speak to us in many different forms. And if you want to make it clear as to when they're communicating with you, then you can tell them if or ask them to make it a bit clearer for you and they'll do it. So they're helping you to manage, they're helping you to maintain, they're helping you to keep the balance. And with style too, look at him. It's like, I got this. That's because you're backed by magic. All right, so let's see what the next card is. Ooh, yeah, in your love life, Ace of Cups. So yeah, they're helping you to maintain the balance in this love relationship here. So let's see the underlying issue. So you have the magical help. They're telling you what nice, sweet little gestures to do. So that's the Page of Chalices. Okay, so perhaps it's like writing poems, I don't know, painting, like giving her a painting, whatever creative endeavor you're good at, you know, giving gifts. Okay, and that helps you guys to go to a nice calmer place. So if you've been having a rough time, it helps to put you over there. So they're teaching you a bit about romance. Okay, so we got the 10 of Wands coming in. So if it's hard, they want you to know you are protected. This is my you are protected card. So we have this big green man up here watching over these people down here who are partying and having a good time. So it's like, just party in peace. Have a great time in peace. I'm watching your back, your side, your front, your everything. Okay? Look. So we got somebody here in the shadows. So you're being protected, okay? So whoever this is, you don't even need to worry about who this is. So it's like somebody wants to come in and spoil your good vibes that you have with this person. So they're probably behind the scenes. Let's see, we got people talking. Yeah. And then we have the Three of Athenes. So somebody wants to break you up with your person. But God wants you to know right off the bat, before that information even come out, God was like, look, you have magic on your side. What I want you to do is listen. I want you to pay attention to the messages that you're receiving. And if we're not speaking clearly enough for you, please say that so that we can make it more abundantly clear when we want you to do something. We're guiding you towards being able to maintain your love. We're not going to allow this person and whoever they're talking to create this heartbreak for you. We're not giving them the power to do that, but you must listen. Okay? So right now, that's what you got going on for you in your relationship. So pay attention and you don't have to worry about anything. They got the rest covered. You just listen and obey. And if you can't hear well, make them know that. Okay? They're sending you downloads for protection. All right, and the last but not least, Pisces at 34.55. All right, Pisces, youngest Pisces males. Let's see, what does God want to tell you about your sexual soulmate relationship that is worth saving? What do you want to say to Pisces? Please, Most High. is saying you have what it takes to love divinely, Pisces. Aptitude, that's our natural ability to do something, and divine love. So it's like you have the power to love divinely. Okay? Once you're hooked up with the right person, she'll appreciate your gentleness. She'll appreciate your considerateness. She'll appreciate your patience, your sensitive nature. You don't have to be hard and tough and you don't have to be that, okay? So the underlying issue here is you feel insecurity about putting in the work, exertion. We got awakening, rejection. Yeah, you feel like she's not gonna like you for who you are. Listen, you're a divine being. You're a divine being. You need to be who you are so that you attract the right people. If you're being your divine self and the one you're with doesn't appreciate it, she's not the one that you're meant to be with. You see, it's a process of elimination. The one you're meant to be with will accept you and love you for who you are. So if you're being yourself and you find that it's not working well for you, you're not with who you're supposed to be with. Because you shouldn't have to change who you are in order to get somebody to love you. So you have to be able to differentiate between the flesh and the spirit. Just because they look good in the flesh or because they probably have material possessions, it doesn't mean that that's the one for you. If you want to be loved, then you need to find people who are going to appreciate you for who you actually are. Not who they want you to be. Not you morphing yourself into being who they want you to be, or else you'll never be happy with yourself. You see? So then they'll be happy with you because you're being who they want you to be, but you won't be happy with yourself because you're breaking so many of your own rules. And then you'll only build resentment for them and for yourself. Okay? So that's not a good equation. Don't erect that equation. Right? So that's what God wants you to know about your soul, your sexual soulmate relationship. Trust me. If you can be who you are and be appreciated for who you are, that is a gift in itself. Don't alter yourself to fit anybody's box or equation, I beg. You won't love yourself for doing it. Alright? Be yourself. If she don't like you, she ain't the one. Keep it moving. Right? Thank you guys so much for watching. I wish you the very best going forward. Until next time, my dears. Bye-bye.